We are here taking a break. We're at 7,000, 8,000 feet again. And the view here is so beautiful, it's hard to even explain. Just this incredible valley. And
flank of Fleecer Mountain.
Yeah, we're ready to go up Fleecer Mountain. This is the road up, and going down is the steepest drop on the whole climb. And a lot of bikers have trouble going down, so we'll see if we're added to that list. We stopped in Butte and stayed at a hotel. That was really fun. Got really clean after 3 days of camping. Went out to eat. And actually ordered a pizza and ate in our room.
Yeah.
Because we were too tired.
We did laundry.
Did laundry, changed the oil on the bikes.
Yep, did that this morning. Went to Walmart, got the oil, changed the oil. We're both having kickstand problems.
Yes, our bikes are precariously balanced.
So that's why I'm sitting under now.
I broke a mirror.
I think part of it is falling a lot yesterday. Maybe that had something to do with it.
I may have wrecked a tent. I don't know. I haven't taken it out of the bag yet. I burned through one of my bags, touched my muffler when I crashed. Yeah. I didn't crash. I leaped from my bike, but my bike crashed.
Yeah, these stupid bikes, they crash all the time.
Okay, we'll leave you with this view. Man, that's cool.
Well, I know you can't tell how steep it is on video, but Dave wisely opted to go across the trail instead of down it, because you can't, it's so steep you just can't stop your bike at all. It just speeds up and speeds up. It doesn't matter what you do. You all right? Yep. So we're going across switchback style. That's insane. Fleecer Ridge lives up to its reputation. Blinker says he's going to turn left soon. I don't know whether to believe him or not. Go across! On the slope, on the road part, it's so steep you really can't stand on it. It's just too steep. The GoPro would have been really thrilling on the way down there. Like, I can walk it, but barely, and this isn't the steep part. It's just crazy. Fleecer's amazing. We survived it though. We need a t-shirt. What they don't say is that Fleecer Hill is like, how long is that hill? Is that 3/4 of a mile? The really steep part? It's really long. And it gets steeper and steeper the farther you go.
Camera can't tell you how steep it is.
No.
I've seen YouTube videos of this. But it's too steep. Well, that's Fleecer Hill. You can't, the camera can't tell you how steep that is. I had seen YouTube videos of this. But it's too steep for me. I couldn't do it. Along this route we've seen a bunch of old mines. There's another old one. Some are big. This one's a little smaller than we've seen. You can see all the dirt, the tailings. And they're usually some of everything. Copper, gold, iron. What else?
A lot of lead.
Lead. Yeah, a lot of that stuff's pretty toxic.
Quartz and zinc.
And those mix and they make acids.
And then they would bring in cyanide plants and they would run the tailings through the cyanide, which would separate out the precious metals.
Yeah, and then it all flushed down these little rivers. That was something. I've wondered how much of our conversation the GoPro picks up. Yeah. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Now let's, yeah, I go left here. concur? Yep. Yeah. Empty, huh? Yeah, I don't think I'd keep a lot of valuables in there either right now.
So Dave,
Hey Rod,
where are we headed?
we're heading up. Sadly, we started at 7,500 feet.
That was a bad plan.
So we're walking up for a mile.
Half a mile.
Half a mile? No, it's a mile though.
Yeah, half a mile up, half a mile back.
Oh, okay. And it seems unreasonable they don't let motorcycles on this trail.
It does seem unreasonable.
But we're going to go see the Coolidge mining ghost town,
Coolidge.
which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
North. There you go.
And what have we done today?
I don't know.
The town of Coolidge was a pretty cool place. It was named after President Coolidge, who was actually a friend of William Allen, who founded it. And they've let this town fall apart naturally. They're not doing anything to save it, so it's just slowly decaying. But it was quite a little town, population of 350, reached its peak around 1914. Had a store, a post office, school, dining hall, boarding house, pool hall, and was a thriving little town to support the Elkhorn mining enterprises, and sort of came to a dramatic end during the Great Depression. By 1932 it was phased out, and it's been on and off mined ever since then, but never with any profitability. So it was a really cool place to walk through.
So it's left of the schoolhouse. There were 350 people in this town at its height. A lot of buildings. Most of them look something like that one, but some of them really still standing. Here is a can. The question is, how did they get the food out? Did they leave a full can of food behind? What is the purpose of those holes? Mysteries everywhere. We're walking up to the Elkhorn mine portal, and this is the tailing pile. Not a lot grows on a tailing pile, even after 100 years? No, since the 1930s. Mine portal. Oh, we could buy the mining claim. Bunch of wreckage down there too, you can't quite see it. Good picture then. Look at that thing. You wanna go in? We're gonna go in soon. There goes Dave. It is pretty here though. There's the mine. We're not going in.
They built in drains. Someone's been walking in the kind of recently.
Really?
Look at it, there's a good roof in there.
Oh yeah, they sure do. This is the railroad grade that carried the ore from the mine portal to the mill. So we finished the walk along the tramway and we got to the mill site, which is pretty neat. Some stuff down there and some stuff up here and things over there. And a lot of stuff over here. And there's Dave. Okay. Good. So the tramway comes along the top and it dumps stuff into the top of the mill, and then stuff happens and we don't know what. So this must be the power plant. We have these big drums that are fabric covered that belts run on, and then a lot of stuff. Big footings, and then over there I think some essentially coils and a conveyor belt with ore buckets on it. And then of course this thing. And then that box, which they used to breed mosquitoes to keep all the employees happy. And the good news is the mosquitoes are still breeding.
Bannack was a pretty cool place to explore. It was founded in 1862. They discovered gold. Originally it was called the Grasshopper Diggings, later became named Bannack. One of the first mining claims filed in Montana.
Well, I'm standing on a hill above Bannack, and I'm out of breath because we're at 7,500 feet or something, 7,000 feet. Standing on part of the cemetery, as you can tell. That's Bannack down there. The hotel in Bannack was operable through the 1940s. I'm Not exactly sure when the town just stopped existing. Mining town, gold. Up there is the gallows. Barely see him. On those gallows were hung Sheriff Plummer, who ran a gang of thieves and highwaymen and was finally caught. He was the sheriff. He and his cronies were hanged. Pretty cool story. Bannack was very nearly the county seat, but was narrowly beaten in a vote by Dillon, which is still a pretty good sized town. Bannack isn't. That brick building was the courthouse. Later became a hotel. When Dillon became the county seat in 1881, I think it was. There's a figure moving around down there. That's Dave. I'm inside the church of Bannack. I'm going to go outside the church of Bannack. It's a pretty building. The arrival of the church and the school really calmed down the town, apparently. Really quiet here. Where we go to school. That kid's a ruffian. When we come out of school, we get to play on the merry-go-round. And when we grow up, we get to go into the Mason Hall there. What do you think, Dave? Want to move to Bannack?
I'm gonna get a job teaching over there.
Good.
Career.
Easy job.
Easy job. There's not a lot of students.
Right.
So I gotta. In fact, there's none. So the days might drag, but just
Not a lot of prep work to do.
Not a lot of prep work.
After Bannack, we got on our bikes and had a long day. We rode all the way to Sawtell Mountain Resort in Idaho. Total day was 219 miles. Had some great roads. It was hot. It was dry. A great lunch in Dell, and we'll show all that in the next episode.